Hello, happy Thursday. It is time for live. I'm pretty excited. Had a really good day. Ate healthy, didn't eat a lot of shit, so getting pumped. Today you have just me for live, and I am going to fill you in on SSL certificates, which is basically the HTTPS versus HTTP. And I know that right off the bat that sounds super nerdy, and you're like, why should I care about this? And there's a lot of reasons why you should. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to give you the regular person perspective as far as why it's important, how it can help you with your blog, and kind of how to get them. So you're not going to have to dig through a bunch of different techie articles or tutorials. I'm going to give you the full scoop of SSL certificates and how they apply to blogging. So let's start off with the basics. SSL certificates, they stand for Secure Sockets Layer. And it's basically like a layer of encryption between the web browser and the web server. So the browser is what your user is using to get on your blog, to do all the searching, to pull up your site. And then the server is what your blog is hosting on. So it's effectively like your website. So there's a layer of encryption between them, and it adds security. So what it does is it works to decrease the risk of any sensitive information that they're giving you getting stolen or tampered with by hackers. So things like credit card numbers, social security info, all of that. So what do they do? So it's essentially like a two-step process. And the first step is that it authenticates the website, aka it guarantees your visitors that your website is not fake or spammy. And then it also encrypts any data being transmitted. So what it used to be for the most part, was online stores or banks that were collecting credit card info, really sensitive information. But then Google made a recent change at the beginning, actually it was the end of last year, where it's basically essential for all websites now. So what does it look like? So you can tell if a site has an SSL certificate, aka is on a secure server, because it will have HTTPS at the beginning of the domain. And it also has on Chrome at least, it'll say secure in green letters and have a little lock icon. And then the first part of the domain will be green. And so HTTPS is just Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And then HTTPS is Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. So that's what that stands for, just in case you never knew. I don't even know what it means, but that's what it stands for. Understanding SSL certificates, why do you need one? The first thing is that change that I just said Google made. What they're going to start doing now on Google Chrome is actually warning people. A whole page pop-up comes up and says this is not a secure site. So if it doesn't have your SSL certificate, if it doesn't have that layer of encryption, it's going to make your website look really spammy and not trustworthy at all. So you definitely need one just from that perspective. When people land on your site in Chrome, they're going to get that warning notification about your site, which makes it look really sketchy, and you don't want that. If you want to see how this is going to affect you specifically, you can log into your Google Analytics and look at actually your Chrome traffic of the people that are using a Chrome browser, and you can know exactly how many people are going to be affected by it in terms of your traffic. But I think it's a good idea to kind of future-proof your site. Just get this handled now, because if Google's trying to make these changes, then I think it's going to be kind of more widespread going into the future. So why would you need one as a blogger if you're not collecting that social security info or credit card info? If you're collecting any kind of personal info, say you collect emails for a newsletter, then you absolutely need a SSL certificate, regardless of all the other benefits in terms of traffic in your site just looking really authentic. It also is going to give you better statistics, it processes referral traffic better. So that means like HTTP sites that don't have the secure thing, a lot of like referral traffic, like say someone clicks in from Facebook or they click in from like someone else's blog, it's just gonna lump that all together and give you a one stat for direct traffic, like how many people saw your blog. But HTTPS kind of processes like that incoming traffic a little bit better, and it has more information on that traffic, so you can really more clearly see where your traffic's coming from, and versus it all being just lumped in, so then you know what's working. Okay, so how to get one. So the easiest way is through your web or domain host. You probably need to just reach out to them, and they probably have like a whole page. Like I know GoDaddy has like a whole video about it that makes it really easy to figure out. For example, we use like SiteGround. So SiteGround has like a thing you can buy and it like sets it up automatically for you, or you can actually go into your cPanel, which is like the back end of your website. So if you're on WordPress, it's not like the back end where you make your post. It's like the back end where like all the code and shit is. So you can actually there's like a tool in cPanel that helps you set up your SSL. Sorry, you're totally okay with the crying emojis. Those are pretty cute. Yeah, so I guess some frequently asked questions, and just kind of wrap it up, is first of all, will it slow down my site? No, it's actually gonna make your site faster. So a really good analogy that I saw in an article I read recently was like a serving tray of like fries and a drink and a burger. And so like HTTPS basically serves up each of those things individually. Like it gives you your drink, and then it gives you your burger, and then it gives you your fries. But HTTPS, they're all on the same tray. So it's making your site load a lot faster. Will it affect your search rankings? Yes. Within Google, it has a positive ranking factor. So Google has kind of said that having an HTTPS site, that secure site, is just another thing that plays into SEO as far as Google ranking your site really high. And there's also a super strong correlation between the first search results all being HTTPS sites. So for the most part, anything you Google, it's going to show those secure sites first, unless there's like some old site, I don't know, that's just like the authority on something, which I haven't found in all my searches. So that's kind of the scoop. And I would definitely recommend, if this like totally went over your head, dig into YouTube, contact your domain provider directly, and they are probably more than happy to help let you know how you can get this set up. And yeah, YouTube's a really good source. There's a lot of really good like GoDaddy, all these different like platforms have like articles about it. So if you need further research, then that's where I would look. And other than that, I hope this was super helpful and that you understand what an SSL certificate is and why you definitely need one for your blog. So signing off, and I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Good info, but definitely need help. I know that feeling, and I know CJ, luckily, I think already has one, but she'd be in the same boat where she'd be like, wait, did we set this up on my site? So yeah, definitely just contact your website host and they will walk you through it. It's really easy, honestly. It's like, it literally took me 2 seconds on the back end, so it's something that they can easily help you with, so don't stress about it. It sounds way more complicated than it is, but definitely put it on your to-do list for maybe this week, early next week. So yeah, signing off, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. See ya!